Hi there, I'm Kecos shooting these videos from Hokkaido, Japan. Welcome to my Samurai Japanglish vlog. Genki desu ka? If you have spirit, you can do anything. This is a phrase that my favorite professional wrestler would often say to his fans. If you have spirit, you can upload video on YouTube. And if you have spirit, you can keep pursuing your interest and a new way of life. Am I in the mid-40s? Who cares the ages? Oh, sorry, yeah? I was too excited. Anyway, I always live my life going along with his message. And finally, I landed in Malaysia to pursue my interest. Yes, I was an international and mature student at a graduate school in Malaysia. With my family, but without any income during the period, I lived through there. やってやるって! But for what? And what was your finding in the end? Okay, today, let's find out what had brought me Malaysia and what I had encountered there together. Japan is a country which has a long history living through various hardships in the past. You still remember how Japan once nurtured prosperity and culture in the 80s in my childhood. But as I went out into the world, I had to face one reality. なんだと? Likewise with other prosperous countries in the past, Japan was a sinking country. In other words, shrinking country to the inevitable level. A while ago, I uploaded a video demonstrating that Malaysia has already overtaken Japan in terms of per capita income if you compare the same age basis. Also, I uploaded an episode dealing with our tragic history of the war that both two nations experienced. Even so, I still receive many heartwarming messages from Malaysian friends like Japan is a bigger economy as a nation. Past is the past. Let's look at the future. Terima kasih Malaysian friends. Yeah, Japan is currently 4 times larger in population. I see. Okay, so let's think about the economy of the future together. Say 80 years later. According to the data by Department of Statistics Malaysia, the population of Malaysia is expected to reach 65 million in the year 2100. Wow! It's more than double of the current size. Meanwhile, in Japan, while the world population still rapidly grows, what the hell is this? Is that a roller coaster? No, it's population transition of Japan. Japan is going to experience steep decline of the population due to the low birth rate. And reportedly, it seems to be the unprecedented level as a nation in human history. This fact is inevitable. No surprise, Japan as a homogeneous country is becoming the things of the past. Do you know this fact? Japan is now 4th largest immigrant country. Seriously. Even so, the ratio of foreign workers is still quite low in Japan. Look at this difference between Malaysia and Japan. So, which country should Japan work with? And who could be our potential partner, which brings the both win-win situation? So, Malaysia caught my eyes. I did my master's degree in international business in Malaysia. According to the theory of partnership strategies in business, it seems that the key to success of partnerships is mutual benefit, namely win-win situation. I learned that win-win situation doesn't come from similarity, but complementarity based on mutual trust. For instance, people say Japan has high technology while suffering from aging problem. On the other hand, Malaysia wishes to obtain more advanced knowledge to become more developed nation and still have young labor forces, doesn't it? Another case. People say Japanese are deep thinkers of developing systems, but are not always good at promoting it worldwide after the development because their language barrier. Meanwhile, Malaysian is a master of multi-languages and diversity. I would say Malaysians are wider thinker. More than that, Japan has no major religious conflict, I guess, so I thought it potentially comfortable for various Malaysians to work with us. While I went to the graduate school, I visited various groups comprising Japanese residents in Malaysia as my fieldwork to see how their partnership with Malaysians works. And I still remember the moment at the talk with a Japanese elderly group in KL one day. They are mainly retired Japanese having MM2H visa. They wish to live their lifetime in Malaysia. They said to me, "You have a Japanese social worker certificate, right? So please listen. Our main concern is that we don't find any nursing homes which meet the standard of Japanese care system." It sparked more interest. なるほど. In fact, it is known that Malaysia is a country of medical tourism, but Japanese think medical care and long-term nursing care are slightly different to some extent, and which require respective specialties. As a country of tackling with aging problems for years, many Japanese believe that Japan has better quality of nursing care services. So, we've long been carrying out the activity to attract Japanese enterprises, providing us with Japanese long-term nursing care services. But it doesn't go well. Actually, it's in a chicken or egg situation. Japanese nursing care companies don't expand their business here due to the reason that the number of Japanese elderly is small. They are not risk takers. But it poses dilemma. More Japanese elderly have to leave Malaysia once one of the spouses requires nursing care. We want to live here lifetime now that Malaysia is literally our second home. So here, may I ask you guys a question? If you were me, how would you show them the solution? I quickly and proudly proposed. I think it's not so difficult. You just find a good local partner who wishes to embark on this project and train them with minimum cost to take care of you in the future. Ahem. Surprisingly, all the members began to laugh at me on listening to my proposal. I didn't figure out what was going on. Then, one gentleman calmly said, "Oh, sorry for laughing at you, but it appears that you don't know anything about Malaysians yet, do you? Once we do such a thing, they set up their own business next day and will be abandoned." He continued, "Listen, in Malaysia, Japanese restaurant owners normally never teach them the entire process of operation. Japanese owners teach local tempura staff how to cook tempura only. Otherwise, he quits the job next day, and he might become potential rival in the long run. Malaysians ask for quick back rather than the long-term benefit." I was just so surprised. びっくりした. Dear Malaysian friends, no offense. Please forgive me if you feel unhappy with today's episode. But it is a true story that I encountered in Malaysia. I just hope this view from Japanese side could be any your help in working with Japanese in the future, especially when you felt Japanese are secretive to you. I strongly believe that it is not a right or wrong issue, but it is a difference of culture and employment system between of the two. Okay, today let me show off more of what I learned at the graduate school. This one is called Hofstede's Insight, which shows the difference of the mindset of each nationality based on data. Actually, this one is the most impressive findings at my graduate school. The factors consist of power distance, individualism, masculinity, uncertainty avoidance, long-term orientation, and indulgence. And the left bars indicate Japan, and the right ones show Malaysia. いいですか? You can clearly see that Japanese companies are not risk-taker with looking at the category of uncertainty avoidance. Then, please find power distance. This one demonstrates that seemingly Malaysians show much obedience to their boss. On the flip side, you can easily guess that Japanese higher-ups are more likely to behave bossy, according to masculinity. Here, please take a look at long-term orientation. There exists a wide gap between Malaysia and Japan. It holds true for the relationship of quick-back and long-term benefit as I mentioned to you. Also, you can take the situation where Malaysian boss and Japanese subordinates work together into consideration based on these statistics. So, academically speaking, it appears that both Malaysians and Japanese need some compromise for the success of partnership to some extent. どうですかね? That's all. By the way, today was special for our family. After we went back to Hokkaido, Japan from Malaysia, we had a hamster. He was very cute and we loved him. Actually, today was the first anniversary of his pass away. Today, we prayed for his soul at his cemetery again. Of course, he was not a human, but just a hamster. We didn't interact through any languages, but surely we trusted each other as nakama. So I think, why not human? Thank you very much for watching the Samurai Japanglish vlog. Sayonara. See you next time. Japan Ballet.